We are set for this one. Buckeye Local will kick it off from left to right. Bellaire will receive and return it to the end zone to our left. A pair of returnees back for the Big Reds, Joe Turner and Quan Pettigrew. Buckeye Local, white jerseys with gray numerals trimmed in blue, blue pants, and blue helmets with the Leaping Panther 30th year anniversary of the helmet of the 1994 state semifinalist squad. The last time that this program won a playoff game, honoring the 30-year anniversary of that 94 team with the helmets, with the Panther in gray leaping across long ways. It looks pretty darn cool.
It sure does. You know, that 94 team was a great team. Ron Publish was the coach. They come out, you know, that helmet's very basic. That was a very, very basic football team, but they sure were good.
Bellaire again, the home squad tonight. Obviously, we're at Nelson Field in Bellaire. Red tops with black numerals and white trim. The red helmet with the arrow across both sides of it. And the pants for the Big Reds are black. We are just about set and ready to go in this one. As I mentioned, Joe Turner and Raekwon Pettigrew back to receive on this kickoff from Buckeye Local. The kickoffs this evening are presented by Ohio Valley. Buy here, pay here.
You know, Pettigrew is a very common name we've heard for a number of years down here at Bellaire. He's got some brothers who were great athletes here. I'm sure he will continue the tradition that they established here for Bellaire.
Hayden Boyce has the ball on the tee for Buckeye Local, far side hash at the 40. The run-up and the boot in the high school football campaign for both of these squads is underway. It's taken by an up man for the Big Reds, and he will be upended at the 35-yard line, returning the kick there for Bellaire, Cole Swarkis. And he's tackled at the 35, and that's where this Bellaire offense will go to work. 11:53 left in quarter number one.
31, Cole Swarkis on the return. Brought down by number 10, Chase Wara, and 32.
Starting lineups for both of these teams, we'll get to it in a moment. Bellaire starting on offense with quarterback Michael Dipple. Sophomore taking over for Luke Hetherington, who you see starting at wide receiver for these Big Reds, along with Raekwon Pettigrew and Maurice Webb. Keegan Davis, the tight end. Braden Beckett, the tailback. At offensive line of Holt, Bell, Pramick, Rejoinis, and Powell. And play action on the first play of the game. They're going to throw it deep down the field, and falling. And the pass incomplete. Luke Hetherington, good job in coverage there by Buckeye Local, and Andrew Jones, the safety.
I thought it was great coverage. I know he was looking for an interference call, but I think their feet just got tangled up and they went to the ground. It's pretty good coverage. Well-thrown football.
McDiffett, Takich, Jones, and Eastham, the secondary for Buckeye Local. The linebacking core, Griffith, Kioski, and Warwa. And the defensive front of Wright, Roush, Ebright, and Hickman. Those are the starting lineups for Bellaire's offense. Buckeye Local's defense, presented by McAdoo Towing and Crane Service. And a penalty marker near side of the field. And Buckeye Local's contingent fired up as Bellaire will be backed up 5 yards.
First game of the season, you're going to get those, line up a little bit off sides, jump a couple of times. Let's get these early season jitters out of the way and play some football.
Everett Stewart, our white hat this evening, the referee. Our umpire, Jason Carpenter. The line judge, Adam Murphy. Head linesman is Troy Fitzpatrick. The back judge, Will Fish. And the center judge is Monty Robb. False start on the Big Reds. Second down and 15, and it looks like a timeout will be called. That is a Trinity timeout by the Bellaire Big Reds. They want to talk some things over after incomplete on first down, a procedure call on second down, bringing up a second down and 15. Despite, Tony, the excitement that the high school football season brings, a lot of kinks you got to work out in the first couple minutes of week one.
All those years, the first game, a lot of times you're your own worst enemy. Are we going to jump off sides? We're going to get that late hit because we're anxious. We always say teams improve the most week 1, week 2, and I think it's because they've just become more comfortable. So, we may see a lot of those offside penalties, those people jumping, maybe a late hit, a block in the back, and so on.
Here's Mark Boner, the head coach of the Bellaire Big Reds, his third season. You saw Chris Kedesh a moment ago in his first season, as we mentioned, as the Buckeye Local Panthers grid boss. and the Carmel man has come out to play. You know, one of the things that you don't see on the broadcast is my partner, Tony Filberto, bringing caramel candies into the press box, and he just handed me about 4 of them. So if you hear me munching, you know what it is. 2nd down and 15, Quan Pettigrew on a jet sweep far side. Good job by that Buckeye local defense. Looked like Xavier Eastham coming up and making a tackle.
I talked to Coach Haggerty, one of the assistants at Buckeye. He said, if we can stop the jet sweep, among other things, he says, you know, we got a shot in this football game. Well, they just ran the jet sweep, and they just stopped it.
It'll be 3rd down and 12 from the 30, or 3rd down and 11, rather, from the 34-yard line. So they give Pettigrew a gain of 4 on the play. Shotgun look for the Big Reds. Michael Dipple, the sophomore quarterback, with a slot to the far side of the field. He takes the snap. Dipple drops, throws it down the field. The pass is tipped and picked off. Xavier Eastham, who breaks a tackle at the 30 and is brought down inside the Big Reds' 30-yard line. The sophomore Eastham made the play on the jet sweep to Pettigrew, follows it up with a big defensive stand.
You know, Coach Haggerty said we need some big plays on defense. That's a big play. They come out and look like they were in some type of man coverage. Ball a little underthrown, steps in front of it, makes a great return, broke a tackle or 2.
And Buckeye local starts with fantastic field position in this one. 1st down and 10 at the Big Reds.
We're going to see the replay.
26.
He steps underneath, bats the ball around, brings it down, tucks it, and let's watch him break a tackle there. Almost breaks one more. I tell you, he breaks the last one. He may be in the end zone now.
The sophomore Eastham, not a starter on the offensive side of the ball, making the most of it defensively there. The quarterback, Alex McDiffit, in the power pistol, will turn and hand it to the big back, Colton Roush, the 5'7", 225-pound senior, as Buckeye local with a shot of life early in this ball game.
Okay, Buckeye local talked about big backs, fast backs, medium-sized backs. They have a stable of running backs that they're going to use in this football game. We're going to see a base offense. They're going to run power. They're going to run 2-back. They're going to stuff it up inside and make you defend the run.
Gain of 4 down to the 22-yard line. Slow snap. McDiffit picks it up, hands it back to Roush, but the Bellaire defense is there. The first man to him, Braden Beckett, the outside linebacker, coming up and making the stop. And Buckeye local will be faced with a 3rd down in about 7 or 8.
Okay. 4 down territory at this time of the game. You get 4 now, you get 4 later, you got a 1st down.
There's the Buckeye local offense. We'll show you that again in a moment. The screen pass goes to the far side. Caught by Brennan Tuckich. And Tuckich tries to get a 1st down and more, but did he lose the football?
Oh,
he did.
Quan
Pettigrew has it. Quan Pettigrew has the football, and he is gone. Down the sideline, inside the 40, out of bounds at the Buckeye local 34-yard line. Didn't really see, admittedly, what happened with the football on the far side of the field, but Quan Pettigrew ended up with it, and he took it for a big return.
Threw bubble screen, threw it well, caught the ball, got upfield fighting for that extra yard. We'll see good block in there. It just keeps struggling and gets the ball stripped away. And Pettigrew comes up with it, and I thought he was going to be hard to catch, tell you the truth.
There's the Ohio Valley Honda instant replay. Pettigrew, the sophomore, using that speed. And Bellaire now in business offensively. 1st down and 10 at the Buckeye local 35.
That's 2 turnovers earlier in the season. We have a pick on one side, we have a fumble recovery on the other.
Dipple under center. He'll turn, he'll hand it off. That is Joe Turner, or no, Braden Beckett breaking a tackle inside the 25, down near the 20-yard line, actually inside the 20 to the 19, as Braden Beckett picks up enough for a 1st down.
Beckett runs inside zone, man-on-man blocking. You find your way. Nice gap. He gets himself like 12, 15 yards.
Gain is 17 down to the 18-yard line. Bellaire in business offensively. Riley Robbins, the near side of the field, split out wide. The Big Reds now in the Matt Jones pre-owned auto red zone. Sweep to the near side of the field. That is Maurice Webb, and Webb breaks a tackle to the 10, the 5. Webb, touchdown, Bellaire. A penalty marker flies after the play, but Maurice Webb scores the 1st touchdown at night here at Nelson Field. It's a touchdown presented by Laborers Local 809, and Bellaire strikes first.
That's that jet sweep that we talked about earlier. You get that speed, you get it on the perimeter. They get good edge blocking, 2 blockers out in front, and he just turns the speed on. You're not going to catch him at that point.
A 2-play drive that went 35 yards and took 42 seconds off the clock. And it looks like the Big Reds will try for an extra point.
The penalty will probably be assessed on the following kickoff.
Yeah, and that was what I thought was a late hit. Looks like offsetting calls. So the touchdown counts.
Okay.
The fouls will offset, and the extra point will be attempted
2 flags on the play.
by the Big Reds and Scott Bellaire,
Touchdown is
the
good.
junior kicker. Landon Preston, our DeFelice Brothers Pizza Scholar Athlete of the Week, will hold. And Bellaire's extra point attempt is a line drive blocked by the Panthers, and that is where we will take our first timeout. Bellaire 6, Buckeye Local nothing under WVU Medicine scoreboard. We'll be back in a moment right here on Friday Night Rivals.
The Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals on Fox 9 is sponsored by Bordas and Bordas, WVU Medicine, Laborers, Local 809, The Health Plan, WMC, and Interstate Waste Services.
An 18-yard rushing touchdown for Maurice Webb. Bellaire 6, Buckeye Local nothing. It's Ohio Valley buy here, pay here kickoff as the Big Reds have it teed up right down the middle of the field on their own 40-yard line.
Okay.
Bellaire's got it teed up, and we are ready to go. A pair of Panthers back to receive. This one will be taken on the fly by Buckeye Local. With it for the Panthers is Daniel Divjak. And Divjak takes it up near the 30-yard line, and that's where Buckeye Local will spend its second offensive possession. Another look here at the Ohio Valley Honda replay at Maurice Webb using some elusiveness to score the game's first touchdown.
Yeah, that's a jet sweep we were talking about earlier. They get perimeter, they get a lot of speed. It's going to be tough to tackle them out there.
And Buckeye Local on first down and 10 at their own 30 will gain about 5 yards up to the 35-yard line. Alex McDiffett, the quarterback, handing it off to, I believe that's Hayden Boyce, far side. And he was brought down a little bit harshly, and a flag flew at the end of the play.
And through fast screen, which is basically a toss sweep. You get the ball out on the perimeter to your athletes, let them find their way. You got 5-6 yards, which is a good gain. But now they're probably going to tack 15 on top.
There it is, personal foul against the Big Reds, so 15 more will move it to midfield.
That's probably some of those early season things that you hate as a coach. You hope it doesn't happen, and you have to work them out and eliminate them.
McDiffett in the pistol will fake the handoff, has to get out of there, tries to. Good job of McDiffett to use the feet to create something, and Alex McDiffett, what looked like to be dead in rights, gains a couple of yards down to the 48-yard line. Good job there by the senior to get out of there and make something out of nothing.
A little mix-up. I think he went one way, the back went the other way, and he made the best out of it and positive yards.
McDiffett, Landon Durbin, Colton Roush, Hayden Boyce, Andrew Jones, Brennan Tuckich, the skill department, and then Ebright Hickman, Velez, Tibbs, and Rusnak, the offensive line. On second down and 8, down to the 44-yard line. Catch made there by Daniel Divjak. And Braden Beckett, another tackle.
Right, through a little stop route. Four guys, one down, turn around. Make your choice. He threw to the inside receiver. 3rd and 4, 3rd and whatever. Very manageable.
There was your Bellaire starting defense presented by McAdoo Towing and Crane Service. Starting lineups presented by McAdoo this evening. 3rd down and 4 forthcoming at the 44-yard line, but
we have
looks
a penalty.
like another penalty against the Big Reds, and this one will move the chains.
Yeah, Big Red jumped, in the on the count infraction, and it gives them a first down.
McDiffett, the quarterback, with 3 receivers to the near side of the field. And the Big Reds jump again. A couple of Big Reds jumping.
And they're all
into the
pointing
neutral
at
zone.
each other right now. Let's see how they're going to sort this one out.
Buckeye seems to think that that was very much against the Big Reds.
And the Big Red thinks it's very much against the Buckeye.
We will wait for our official this evening, Everett Stewart, to explain, and he does, and it's against the Big Reds, and they move it into further Bellaire territory. So the ball now placed at the 34-yard line. First down and 5.
Wow, nice fill.
And a good job there by the Big Reds defense. Landon Preston, our DeFelice Brothers Pizza Scholar Athlete of the Week with the tackle.
You know, that was two-back quarterback power, and he just filled that right now. Good read from the inside linebacker position, his will position, at inside-out approach.
No gain, second down and 5 from the Bellaire 34. Another pistol look for Buckeye local. Miscommunication. Running into McDiffett was Roush. He's got a scramble. He does, and he throws it into turf. No flags. A good job in pursuit there by the Bellaire defense. And doing a good job there, chasing him down, was number 44, Trevor Dowley, the sophomore.
We see the replay.
The Ohio Valley Honda replay.
Yeah. The stretch here, he's looking for that drag route coming across. He got a lot of pressure. Smartly, he got rid of the football.
And there is a flag near side at the 40. This is an intentional grounding, loss of down, so it'll bring up a third down and 20. Are they moving the ball back? They are.
Yes, they are.
It will not be third down and 20. It'll be more like third down and
9, maybe?
yes, 5 yards and a loss of down. So third down and 9 back at the 39-yard line. Line to gain the 30. Buckeye local again in the pistol. Flanker off the formation to the right. Roush takes the carry, and he's met immediately by Braden Beckett and then a host of Big Reds tacklers down to the 35, 36-yard line, a gain of 3 or 4. Brings up a fourth down and manageable.
Yeah.
We'll see what Chris Kedash elects to do here.
A lot of things could happen right here. You could go for it. You could line up and kick it. You could line up and fake it. This is a good place on the field where you have the opportunity to make that decision.
8th play of the drive. Buckeye local will go for it. 6:40 left, second quarter, down 6-0. McDiffett will roll. McDiffett will throw. He's got a man sideline. What a catch. The ball popped out at the end of the play, but the near side official rules a catch. A great job there by Hayden Boyce to do the toe dance, make the catch, and Buckeye local moves the chains.
And it looks like he had possession, brought it in, and the ball was jarred loose once he was out of bounds.
Another look at it on the Ohio Valley Honda replay. Does he survive the ground with it?
Oh, yeah. He secured the ball. Now the ground knocked it loose. So I would call that a catch.
And they do. First down and 10 down to the 20-yard line. A gain of 15. McDiffett will throw it again. Has to scramble, does, almost intercepted. A good job there by Preston to get in the way of Boyce. Incomplete. Second down 10.
McDiffer's doing a nice job of running this offense, Bellaire. He's throwing fast screens, he's throwing stop routes, he's throwing out routes. He's run the football. He's doing an excellent job.
Second down 10 from the Bellaire 20. Roush in the pistol behind McDiffett. Bellaire jumps again. It looked like Buckeye local stayed stationary. And that defensive end near side, Keegan Davis, I believe the guilty party in that one. Now second down and 5 to the 15. New back into the ball game for the Panthers. They fake the screen. McDiffett will keep, and McDiffett will gain yardage down to about the 11. Brings up a third down and about 1.
Number 2, Alex McDiffett on the carry, brought down by 18. Getting down to the 12-yard line, we're at third down.
Third down and 1 at the 11. It's Xavier Eastham into the ball game for the Panthers. Buckeye Local in the Matt Jones pre-owned auto red zone. Handoff. Good job there to gain enough for the first down for Buckeye Local. That is the big back, Colton Roush, 5'7", 225-pound senior.
He's got really good speed for 220 pounds.
Needed one, got two. First and goal from the 9. That's the Ohio Valley Honda replay. You see Roush fighting past Campbell for the first down. Buckeye Local in the pistol. Roush will go again, but the play is whistled dead. Flag on the far side of the field. It'll be an procedure call against the Panthers. It'll back them up 5. So it'll be first down and goal from the 14. 13th play of the drive forthcoming. This Buckeye Local drive started with 8 minutes and 50 seconds left on the first quarter clock. Still in the Matt Jones pre-owned auto red zone. 2 receivers to the far side of the field, 1 to the near side, and Tony Filberto, the Achilles heel so far for Bellaire, is getting the snap count correct.
Right. Those things that make a coach old. And I don't care if it's first game, 10th game. This can't happen. That's too many penalties for what they're doing there.
And the official backed up Buckeye Local, but the call, they believe, was against Bellaire. The ball right now placed at the 19-yard line. Our official, Everett Stewart, with a word with our center judge, Monty Robb. And it looks like the football will still be placed at the 19-yard line. And a timeout on the field. It looks like the officials will want to talk this
thing
over.
Thing out. The only thing they could say is that it's a voice infraction that's drawing them off. But I can't imagine that that's what's happened right now. But it sure looked like Big Red's jumped off sides there.
The future looks good. The future looks good to me. The future looks good.
Trinity Health System timeout on your screen as the Bellaire and Buckeye Local who did what, I should say, is sorted out. The ball right now placed at the 19-yard line. Buckeye Local, everybody on this side of the field thought that it was Bellaire that jumped. And it looks like it was Buckeye Local who jumped. So it'll be a false start against the Panthers. They're backed up now first and goal at the 19. McDiffett takes the snap, and this play is whistled dead again. Timeout on the field, a Trinity timeout called by Bellaire. And this drive, this sequence, Tony Filberto just has first game kinks written all over it.
It sure does. Bellaire only had 10 guys on the field, so they had to call the timeout there to get the 11th on. Both teams have had multiple infractions, a turnover for each team. So we're seeing some first game jitters.
Hey, Sports Friday on the go. The biggest games in the Ohio Valley all in one place. Never miss what's happening in the night's biggest games from your smartphone on the WTOV News 9 app and on the WTOV 9 YouTube channel. You can stream it live Fridays at 7 o'clock. This is a brand new adventure that we are fired up to embark on. Sports Friday on the go. I don't want to use the name of the program because that might get us in trouble with copyrights, but there's a certain pro football program that bounces from game to game, and we're doing our own Ohio Valley version of that. The Nacho Man, Don Sloan, and Bill Phillips hosting right now. You can check it out on your smartphone on the WTOV 9 YouTube channel. You can also download the app to access the stream as well. Trinity timeout over. First down and goal from the 19-yard line. Buckeye Local, the long field challenge here. First down and goal from just inside the Matt Jones pre-owned auto red zone. McDiffett pumps, throws the screen. Roush has it at the 20. Has to change direction, does so, and is tackled from behind by Case Rajonas. the 5'10", 230-pound junior defensive tackle for the Big Reds. Gain of a couple brings up a second down.
Well set up screenplay. Fakes the ball to the wide field, turns, back slips underneath with two linemen. Fortunately, Bellaire read the screen well.
So Rajanis the tackle. Gain of 3, second down and goal now from the 16. Two receivers split out each way. Xavier Easton behind McDivitt in the pistol. McDivitt takes the snap. Big rush. He's hit. The ball comes out. The ball comes out, and the Big Reds, I believe, pounced on it. They do. Coming up and making the recovery on the fumble, Alex Ney. And a good job there. A big rush from that outside. Quentin Scott rushing by and making the sack. The ball comes out. The Big Reds play takeaway.
I think there must have been some mix-up in the blocking scheme there. He came clean from the edge, blindsided the quarterback, didn't see him knock the ball loose, put the ball back in Belaire's hands.
So the Big Reds will take over after the fumble. 4:41 left in this first quarter. First down and 10 at their own 27. And the quarterback for the Big Reds remains the sophomore Michael Dipple. Luke Etherington, last year's starter, a wide receiver on the field to the near side. Quan Pettigrew takes the handoff, shake and bake, goes outside. Flag flies from behind the play as Pettigrew gets pushed out of bounds past the 35-yard line to about the 38-39. But a flag on the play. It is holding against the Big Reds. This one coming down.
Yeah, that's that jet sweep that we talked about earlier. He did get some perimeter, but he might have had some help because of the hold.
After the penalty is assessed, the Big Reds will replay first down.
So it'll be first down and 20. Back at the 17-yard line.
Use office supply for helping sponsorship of the commemorative tickets tonight.
The Buckeye local contingent loud and proud early in this one as the Big Reds only lead at 6-0.
First down and 20, ball at the 17-yard line.
The sun's starting to set here in Bellaire. The lights starting to see their full
nice play.
effect as Braden Beckett, I should say, is swallowed up by a trio of Panthers. The first one to him, Chase Warwood, the sophomore linebacker. Good play there defensively from Buckeye local.
Good fill from that end. We're going to see the replay here. Inside zone, he makes a cutback. Good fill with the linebackers. A lot of help after the first initial hit.
The replays tonight presented by Ohio Valley Honda. No gain, second down and 20 from the 17-yard line. So Dipple now in the shotgun. Slot to the near side of the field, that's Pettigrew. Beckett to his right. And this one is whistled dead. I believe this one will go against Bellaire. I think Quan Pettigrew was just leaning a little too far into the neutral zone for that one, so a false start will back Bellaire up to the 12.
Again, we're getting a lot of early season penalties. I'm sure these coaches, that's the first thing we're going to talk about when they do win at halftime. We have to eliminate these. We don't know where this game will be without the penalties.
Second down, 22, back at the 12-yard line. 3:48 left in this first quarter. Bellaire up 6-0. Maurice Webb, the lone touchdown in this one. Dipple will throw. He will air it out. This one underthrown, but underneath of it, making the catch for the Big Reds is Luke Etherington. Check that. Not number 2, number 9. Landon Preston coming down with the catch. A good gain there for Bellaire.
East End was on the coverage, had good coverage, and just lost his footing when he's coming back to the football, and that's what made the completion.
Enough for a first down past the 22 to about the 33-yard line. Another look at it on the Ohio Valley Honda replay. The defensive back for Buckeye local falling down, allowing Preston to make the catch. Gain, 21. Another handoff. That is Beckett, and Beckett will be brought down past the 35 up to about the 36-yard line for a gain of a couple. About 3.
Number 40, Braden Beckett on the carry. Brought down
Good job
number
there
10,
by Chase Warwa
for
again
Panthers.
on the tackle for Buckeye Local.
Gain out to the 36-yard line. We're at 4th down and 1.
That play not enough for a first down. It was 3rd down and 2, now 4th down and 1. I apologize.
And it looks like they're going to line up. I don't know if they're going to go for it, if they're going to shift to a punt formation or just try to draw them off sides.
Pettigrew in motion. They'll hand it off to Beckett, and Buckeye Local's defense is all over the football right away. Good job there by the defensive front of the Panthers.
If this official's the mark, it looks like it's going to be short.
And this one will be talked about. Ryder Tibbs making the stop for Buckeye Local.
It looks like we might get a measurement out. They're giving them the first down.
They do give him the first down.
Picks up enough for a big win.
Might have been screaming for a
If the
measurement.
line to gain was 1 yard, they got 1.5 to the 37. A new set of sticks for the Big Reds. Pettigrew in motion again. Turn, he'll hand it off to Beckett. That time, Buckeye Local
Good
defense
penetration.
all over that one. Number 51, Cameron Rusnak, all over the football.
Beckett again on the carry. This time brought down by number
And this one will be no
51,
gain, perhaps a
Cameron
loss of
Rusnak.
1. I believe it will be a loss of 1 back to the 36.
Good penetration.
Give it another 20 minutes, we'll be able to fight past the sun. It is
It's
right in our face.
Right now, it's the worst it's been all night.
Beckett behind Dipple under center. Toss play with Pettigrew in motion. He finds a gap past the 40, up near the 45, where Raekwon Pettigrew is pushed out of bounds by a couple of Buckeye Local Panthers, including Brennan Tuckich, the safety, as well as Brody Kioski, the inside linebacker.
Looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 2, real manageable.
Yep, gain of 9, 3rd down and 2.
22, Raekwon Pettigrew on the carry, brought down by 53.
1 minute remaining in quarter number 1. 6-0 your score as you see it on your Bordas and Bordas scoreboard. Live on Fox 9 and across all the WTOV 9 digital platforms. Dipple, toss, this time to the far side of the field. Pettigrew with some space, shake and bake, past the 45 up to about the 48-yard line,
22, Raekwon
which
Pettigrew
would
on
be
the
enough
carry,
for a
brought
first
by
down,
15
depending on the
Andrew Jones for
spot.
Panthers.
And it is, and they will move the sticks, I do believe.
They're bringing them.
Needed 2, got 3, chains moved, first down, Big
Getting
Reds.
out to the 47-yard line. That'll be enough for the Big Reds. First down.
10th play of the drive forthcoming.
Yeah, both teams have had sustained drives, which is a great thing this time of the year, that you can maintain the football 10, 12, 13 plays.
Dipple again under center. First down and 10 at the 47. Another handoff to Maurice Webb, similar to the play they scored a touchdown on,
We got a
inside
flag.
the 40, and we do indeed have a flag. I think this one might be coming back.
I think so. You know, they're running that jet sweep, and Buckeyes playing the defense where they're not getting a whole lot of perimeter support there. You know, they're taking those corners and putting them out wide, and they're in that 5-man front, and that end can't quite get upfield to make that stop on the jet sweep.
This one will be backed up.
Today's game ball winner was Roy Mercer.
Back at the 42-yard line. And Bellaire with Braden Beckett gaining maybe a yard, and a flag flies at the end of the play.
Number 40, Braden Beckett on the carry, brought down by 32, Brody Kioski. There is a flag on the play.
4.5 seconds left in this first quarter.
We have all setting.
Ball remains at the 42-yard line as Bellaire will likely run just one more play before the end of this first quarter. Dipple claps, takes the snap, 3-step drop, throws, has a man wide open. The pass is caught deep down the far side of the field at the 20-yard line. One heck of a catch by our scholar athlete, Landon Preston. Dipple saw him right away and put it on him. Great throw, great catch.
Great throw, great catch. That's that 50-50 ball. You got single coverage, let's throw it vertical, and who our guy comes down with it. That's what Bellaire's thinking. Nice throw.
That will end our first quarter of play, and with that, we will take a break. Bellaire 6, Buckeye Local nothing. And a catch by Landon Preston. It's Friday Night Rivals. We'll be back in a moment.
Brennan Takish on the defense there.
The Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals on Fox 9 is sponsored by Mr. Rooter, the Center of Music and Art, Trinity Health Systems, D. Felice Brothers Pizza, Local Union 495 Plumbers and Pipe Fitters, and McAdoo Towing and Crane Service.
Welcome back to Friday night at Nelson Field in Bellaire. The Big Red 6, the Buckeye Local Panthers nothing. Jack Hillgrove alongside Tony Filberto. It is a packed house, ladies and gentlemen. You see it on your screen. The Bellaire stands, all of those folks in red. They're all wearing the same shirts with the lights. Obviously the first night game here at Nelson Field ever. And we're starting to see the benefits of said lights with the sun kind of cresting behind the hillside behind us. First down and 10 at the 21-yard line. Misdirection give to Beckett inside the 15. Braden Beckett brought down on the play by Buckeye Local and number 10, Chase Warwa, who we've called his name a couple of times tonight.
Right. They've been running jet sweep with some success, so they faked the jet sweep, run the counter back off of it, got good blocking out front, got some positive yards. Now we're seeing it again on the replay.
Get the replay presented by Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center. 9-yard gain down to the 11. 21-yard gain to end quarter number 1. Michael Dipple completing the pass to Landon Preston. Another give, good hole find from Beckett. And Beckett will carry a defender with him, but finally being brought down around the 5-yard line. Braden Beckett, the hard-nosed runner for Bellaire, the senior tailback. Brought down on the play by Brody Kioski. And that'll bring up another first down and goal for the Big Reds. Another look at it on the replay. Good hold to run through.
Yep. Good hold to run, good tackle. Had some help from his teammates.
Gain of 6, first down and goal at the 5.
If we look, Bellaire's gone to a big back set, one of their linemen in the backfield now.
Joe Turner, the transfer from Martins Ferry, gets the call, and Turner is being pushed by a couple of big linemen inside the 5, down to about the 2, and Turner deeper into the Matt Jones pre-owned auto red zone. Gain of about 3.
They put Rejonas in the backfield about 5'10", 230 as a lead blocking back. Normally a lineman, but they put him back here in the backfield.
Rusnak on the tackle for the Panthers. And Chris Kedash in his first game as the Buckeye Local head coach, the Lindsley grad, coaching his first varsity action as the head man. Another power look for the Big Reds. Keegan Davis, Quan Pettigrew, and Joe Turner as Dipple will keep it. Shake it big, Michael Dipple, what a move. Touchdown, Big Reds. What a play by the quarterback.
great composure. That was a broken play. Backs were one place, he was someplace else. Does the smart thing, tuck the football, and run north.
A 3-yard Michael
We're gonna see
Dipple
it.
keeper on your quick lane tire and auto center. Your team quick lane replay, I should say. The Laborers local 809 touchdown for Dipple. 3 yards out, and Bellaire leads it 12-0. It looks like they will try for two. And the Big Reds come to the line. Noah Pramick over the ball. Michael Dipple under center. He just scored the touchdown. A 15-play, 73-yard drive in 9 minutes and 50 seconds. Capped off by a Michael Dipple quarterback keeper, which Tony Filiberto, you said looked like a busted play.
It looked like a busted play to me. The backs were behind him. He was in front of everybody. Runs into trouble, just sticks his foot and heads towards the goal line.
A 2-point conversion, Dipple a pass to Luke Hetherington. 14-0, the Big Reds lead it. 9:53 remaining in half number one. This one a short kick taken by an up man, Chase Warwood for the Panthers. Finds a crease past the 40 and makes a man miss. There he goes, Warwood past midfield at the 40. Chase Warwood deep into Big Reds territory. Tackled out of bounds at the 30. And somebody you don't really see taking kickoffs makes the most of it, providing a spark.
Yeah, right when this game looks like, oh my goodness, Bellaire has control of it, they come back with this kick return. They're down to the 30-yard line. Puts life back into this Buckeye local football team.
Good job here on the Ohio Valley buy here, pay here kickoff.
Right
You see it
here.
in your team quick lane replay. Warwa, just a good return.
He's a
Found
good
crease.
return, yep.
And now the Panthers have to respond offensively. They've already turned it over once. Alex McDiffett in the pistol. A new back behind him. And he'll throw. Dipple, or McDiffett. Comes near side's got to keep it. Tries to, but a good job there by Landon Preston to tackle him behind the line of scrimmage. Landon Preston, our DeFelice Brothers Pizza Scholar athlete, told me yesterday, Coach, that he wanted to make it a goal for himself to be the team's leading tackler, starting on the right foot defensively. And offensively, made a good catch to spark that last drive.
I mean, that's a great goal when you want to be the leading tackler on your football team. You know, a lot of people want to be the leading receiver, the leading rusher, but that's a great goal.
No gain, 2nd down and 10 at the 30. Handoff straight ahead for the Buckeye local Panthers. McDiffett handing it off to new back into the ball game for Buckeye local. Wyatt Leister, the 5'8", 210-pound senior, keeps it for about a gain of 1.
Looked like Quentin Scott in on the tackle, number 15, from the middle backer position.
And Scott making a great play to cause the fumble for the
Correct.
sack fumble.
That's correct.
Earlier in the ball game. 3rd down 9. McDiffett will keep, pump and keep, and coming up and making the tackle for the Big Reds on Alex McDiffett is Trevor Dowery.
McDiffett on the carry, brought down by Big Reds number 29, Alex Ney.
They
And
involved on the stop
44,
as
Trevor
well.
Dowry.
This is real crucial for both football teams right now. Buckeye has to get this first down, maintain this drive. Bellaire needs to make a stop to stall this.
4th down and 5 from the Big Reds 27. 3 receivers to the far side of the field. McDiffett and company, a check with me. The lone receiver near side, Andrew Jones, guarded by Luke Hetherington. And McDiffett will look near side. He has to throw it. He does. Up towards Jones. This ball out of bounds, but a flag flies at the end of the play. It looks like Luke Hetherington will be called with defensive pass interference as a second flag flies after the play. Was there some chirping involved on Bellaire? Both of these are against Bellaire. This brings Buckeye local back into this game big time.
Yeah, one's live ball, one's dead ball. You're going to get half the distance,
McDiffertt's pass is intended for number 15.
It would take things down to, I believe, the 6-yard line, 7-yard line. Half the distance from the 27 is the 13.
You're going to ask me to do all that math. Yeah, 6.5.
See, you act like it's. I got to keep you on your toes,
Thank
Coach.
you.
We got to work out the early season kinks as well.
There you go. If that's what happened, let's make sure.
Pass interference against the Big Reds. Luke Hetherington in coverage for
like
Bellaire. And then a holding against Buckeye local? No, holding against Bellaire.
Oh, so there's going to be 2 live balls, so they've got to take one of them.
Did I see that right?
It looked like he called a holding, but I don't know where the hold would have been called.
All right, well, they're placing the football somewhere, so we'll sort it out. It will be at
the 13.
So they do accept one of the live ball penalties, half the distance.
Correct.
I would believe they accepted the pass interference call.
13 and a half, whatever.
We'll call it PI. Nonetheless, it's first down and 10 for the Panthers at the 13-yard line. Far side of the field, it's Divjak, Boyce, and Tuckett.
Nice play.
And Bellaire swallows up Buckeye local on a Mr. Reuter
Let's
first
see
down.
who that was. He come off of a block, a down defensive lineman, and made a great defensive play.
Colton Roush, the ball carrier. A good job there from Bellaire and the defense.
We're going to
We'll check
see
it
the
out on
replay.
the team quick lane replay. Bellaire with all the leverage, and they make the play.
Couldn't see who it was. It was a nice defensive play.
No gain. They call it second down and 10 from the Bellaire 12. McDiffett will throw up towards the end zone. The pass is caught over top of the Bellaire defender. Touchdown Panthers. Andrew Jones scores the first touchdown of the Buckeye local season and the Chris Kedash tenure. And just like that, it's a one-score game.
I love the call. You got single coverage out on your wide out. It's a 50-50 ball. And I always said, my guy's better than your guy. Let's throw it up here and try to catch it. And that's what he did.
With him every step of the way, Coach, for Bellaire was number 31, Cole Swarkis, but Jones just going up and making a play. The 6'3", 170-pound senior. And when you look at just the name on the roster, you see jump ball and you see 6'3", and it checks out.
Makes sense to me.
And a little goofy play here. They're going to snap it with a weird formation. Keeping it is number 9, Brennan Tuckich, as Bellaire or Buckeye local tries to go for 2. And he is tackled short, but nonetheless, that is a touchdown presented by Laborers Local 809. And Buckeye Local cuts it to a one-possession game. It's 14-6 with 7:01 remaining in this first half.
And we get a ball game again.
A 6-play, 30-yard drive in 2 minutes and 41 seconds, capped off by an Andrew Jones touchdown reception from Alex McDiffett. 2-point conversion, no good. Buckeye Local trails 14-6, but they are on the board in this one, and we got ourselves a ball game. It started with this, Coach, the Chase Warwa return deep into the Big Red's territory.
Absolutely, he did a great job. Put the ball down at the 30. You know you're in 4-down territory. It makes play calling so much easier.
There's the touchdown.
There's the touchdown. That 50-50 ball, and I'm going to out-jump you with 6'3".
And the run-up and the boot, a little onside kick action from Hayden Boyce, but Bellaire quick to pounce on it at the 44-yard line. Good job there by Dowry, and number 5 for the Big Reds, that is Alex Paget. I believe he was the one that pounced on it. And it gives Bellaire ideal field position to try and combat the 6 points from Buckeye Local.
And I like the call of the onside kick. You know, we've got some momentum. We can really get more momentum, take a little life out of Bellaire. It's a good call. And they get the ball at the 44-yard line, which isn't horrible.
It's a Mr. Reuter first down and 10 at their own 44-yard line. The first night game ever in Nelson Field history, a stadium that opened in 1934. Light poles and lights installed this summer, ready to roll for the first night game ever here at Nelson Field. Starting to see that playing surface lit up a little bit. First down and 10. Michael Dipple will throw. Has an out route to Raekwon Pettigrew. Caught, makes a man miss. Shake and bake past the 45. Trying to get up near midfield, but a good job there by the Panthers secondary to bring him down. And a couple of defensive linemen involved in that play as well. Chris Ebright and Brody Kioski involved in the tackle for the Panthers.
Yeah, just a little swing screen and secured the football, broke one tackle, and got 3 yards out of it. Nice play.
Second down, 7.
Gain of 3 up to the 47. Dipple again under center. Toss play with Webb in motion. He takes the handoff, and there he goes. Webb past midfield, and the senior, Maurice Webb, gets tackled at the 45-yard line, right at the lead stick, perhaps a yard further. It is. It'll be a new set of downs for Bellaire.
He's got real good perimeter speed. He ran the jet sweep earlier for the touchdown down here. They run toss sweep. They're getting on the edge. Buckeye Local has to do a little better job defending the edge.
Needed 7, got 8 for a Mr. Reuter first down. Now into Panthers territory at the 45. Braden Beckett, the lone setback. Maurice Webb in motion. They do hand it to that lone setback, and Braden Beckett with a burst of speed, sliding through a gap past the 40 down to about the 36-yard line for a gain of close to 9 yards.
Yeah, inside zone play, man-on-man blocking, pulled a backside lineman kick out, and did a nice job getting the ball upfield.
They placed the ball at the 37-yard line, so it's a gain of 8 for Braden Beckett. Second down and a short 2, a long 1, however you decipher it. Landon Preston, the receiver, split out far side. Luke Hetherington near side. Split wings with Pettigrew and Webb, and as the ball is snapped, a couple of flags fly. This will be a procedure call against the Big Reds.
I was thinking 4 or 5 minutes here without a penalty, and here we are again.
Our official tonight, Everett Stewart, there with the white hat. False start against the Big Reds will back things up to the 42-yard line. So instead of second down and 2, it's second down and 7. Toss, Pettigrew. Raekwon Pettigrew making men miss inside the 30, down to about the 26 for a gain of 16 on second down and 7.
Bellaire has found multiple ways to get the ball on the outside, get the ball on the edge. They've run jet sweep, they've run toss sweep, they've run quarterback lead out there. They've thrown fast screen out to the perimeter. So they're attacking the perimeter of this Buckeye Local defense.
Mr. Reuter first down and 10. Quan doing what older brothers Ray and Mac have done time and time again, and that is make plays for the Big Reds. Mac graduating a year ago, another flag flies.
Yep.
Looks like another procedure call.
Yeah, and 2 of them moved in the backfield.
Mac, as I mentioned, graduated last year, participant in the OVAC All-Star game. Ray, another OVAC All-Star game participant, getting set for his sophomore season at the University of Findlay playing football. And another false start call against the Big Reds backs things up to the 30-yard line, first down and 15. Speaking of OVAC, newly member of the OVAC Hall of Fame, Kim North,
Sitting
covering
right
the game for the paper in the booth with us.
Sure.
It's been at it a long time.
Yeah, a long time. When I was a young coach, he was following us at Weir and Oakland. And
Dipple throws it deep, has a man one-on-one battle. It's batted away. Landon Preston and Hayden Boyce in the secondary. Not Hayden Boyce, that's number 6, Xavier Eastham.
it is. Good coverage. That's that 50-50 ball, single coverage, and they're taking a shot also. But we had some good coverage, and the ball's batted away.
You could chalk that up for an early season broadcasting era, but I am also going to blame it on the white jerseys with the silver
hard.
numbers.
They are hard to see, aren't they?
Now that'll be my cop-out move for getting those two mixed up. Eastham earlier in the ball game, an interception, so he's done a good job in the Buckeye Local secondary tonight.
You get 1 pass card. How's that?
I've needed about 3 or 4 of them tonight. Just like the players and the officials, we've got to sort out some things as well, and that's another interception. This time it's number 9, Brendan Tuckich for Buckeye Local. playing takeaway to about the 37-yard line.
Simple pass intended for number 18, Graham Campbell was intercepted.
Graham Campbell, the intended receiver. Brendan Tuckich waited for that one in the secondary. Check it out on your
We're
team
gonna look
quick
at
lane
it again.
replay.
He just stepped in front of the
Yep.
ball, secured it, got some blockers out in front of him. Yeah, Buckeyes back in this game now. It's a one-score game. Still 4 minutes almost on the clock. Plenty of time to get it in. It's been a good football game.
It has. And it just got better after the interception.
Yep.
Buckeye a chance to tie it on this possession. Another whistle and a false start. No, that's going to be an encroachment call, I do believe. Defensive end, far side of the field. Quentin Scott, the guilty party.
Right.
And that'll move things up to the 38-yard line.
Every day you're telling us kids, don't listen to the snap count, watch the football.
Pistol look for the Panthers. Handoff. Near side of the field comes the big back, Wyatt Leister, 5'8", 210-pound back.
Looks like number 18, Graham Campbell in on the tackle.
Brought down by Big Red's number 18, Graham Campbell, and 21, Reese Webb.
Leister, 5'8", 210, the senior. No gain.
Second down and 5 for the Panthers.
Thanks to Campbell and a couple of other Big Reds in on the stop. Second down and 5 for the Panthers. Alex McDiffett, the quarterback, in the pistol. And he'll throw. Looking near side, has his man, Andrew Jones, and it's just far out of the reach of Jones. Good defense there from Luke Etherington. Looked like a similar play call to that touchdown, and that one just out of the reach. But good job there by the Bellaire defensive front to cause pressure.
We're going to see the replay here. Just looking, he knew where he was going all along, that he's going to throw a deep route, but he stepped out of bounds anyhow. If the official would have seen that, it wouldn't have called it a completion.
Third down and 5. Mason Runkle, our camera operator, with that
great job there.
Team quick lane replay. He gives me a thumbs up. You're quite welcome, good sir. Good job. The crew's in mid-season forms. The broadcasters have to work out some kinks. Third down and 5 for McDiffett, and a good job there for Bellaire.
We're getting good inside fill out of those linebackers.
Name we've called a couple of times, the sophomore Trevor Dowlery in on the stop, and that brings up a decision for
43-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down and 1.
Chris Kedash and the Panthers. Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down and 1. They're at the 43. They need the 44. Well, actually, they're more like they need the 43 and a half.
Right.
So this is a very short 4th and 1.
We're down to 5 seconds on the play clock.
And they snap it. Uh-oh. McDiffin's got to keep
Oh,
it.
he's got it.
He's got enough for the first down.
That's what an athlete does. It's a broken play. The ball snapped maybe at the wrong time. His eyes weren't there. Tips it up in the air and says, I'm going to get a first down.
Another team quick lane replay look at it.
Right there it is.
Finds a gap, dives forward. Braden Beckett on the stop for the Big Reds.
Right.
Needed 1, got 3 to the 46. And it's
He knew the important thing is get to the sticks.
To Mr. Reuter, 1st and 10. Another high snap, but a good handoff there to Wyatt Leister. And Leister goes past midfield to about the 49-yard line for a gain of 4.
Yeah, 4-yard gain. Buckeyes moving the football now. Still have 1 minute and 45 on the clock.
Leister on the carry, brought down by Big Red number 9, Landon Preston. Gain out across midfield to the 49-yard line. Over up second
You
down
see the
and 5.
replay. Had trouble handling the snap again. That big back gets that weight going forward. He's tough to bring down.
Second down, 5 for the Panthers. Play action fake over the middle. The pass is picked off. Luke Hetherington coming up with the interception for the Big Reds. Or do they call it incomplete? No, it is an interception.
It's an interception. They tried to work through a slant route underneath, and I do like the call. Just slightly overthrown
McDiffit's
there.
pass intended for number 15, Andrew Jones, is intercepted. Big Red number 2, Luke
So
Hetherington
Buckeyes
on the
drive.
interception.
of 7 plays. Falls short thanks to a Luke Hetherington INT. Second turnover of the game for the Panthers.
Okay, let's see what Bellaire can do with a minute and 21.
At their own 40. Be sure to stay tuned to the Wendy's halftime show with Dylan Cleland. That coming up at halftime of this one.
Okay.
And this is going to be a Trinity timeout right before that's Mr. Reuter 1st and 10 for Bellaire.
You know, Buckeye calls this timeout. You know, they have 3. Good time to use one. You know, get your team on all on the same page. Tell them to look for it. Realize what's on the clock and what to expect. Good call, Coach.
1:21 remaining in half number 1. Bellaire 14, Buckeye local 6. First touchdown of the game was a Bellaire Maurice Webb 18-yard run. And then Bellaire made it 14-0 after Michael Dipple kept and scored from 3 yards out. But the Buckeye local Panthers followed it up on the ensuing drive, a 6-play, 30-yard drive capped off by an Andrew Jones 12-yard touchdown reception. And each team has had 1 possession since then that have come up empty. First down 10, and this Trinity timeout looks to be concluded. A couple of scores up and down the Ohio Valley. Barnesville up 37-7 over Fort Fry. Claymont up over Harrison Central 10-6 at half. 20-6 Union local over Southern local. Carrollton and East Liverpool tied at 13 late in the second half. Dipple will throw a beautiful ball laid out almost perfectly for Landon Preston on a Mr. Reuter first down, but just a tad overthrown. Alex McDiffit in coverage, second down and 10.
Got a good, strong arm.
Yeah, and you can see on a throw like that why Mark Boner and company turned the reins over to a sophomore and moved the starting quarterback from a year ago to receiver.
Who is a terrific athlete,
He's a terrific athlete.
in himself. You know, so you know, it's probably a good call, and he has the ability to move him back in a quarterback at times also.
Toss, Pettigrew. Bellaire's gone to this time and time again, and you can see why. Raekwon Pettigrew past midfield, past the 40, past the 30-yard line of Buckeye local. Raekwon Pettigrew down to the 29-yard line, a gain of 30-plus yards.
We're going to see toss sweep, and we talked about they're getting to the perimeter here. Look at the lead blockers out in front. Did a good job, and then he's tough to bring down. He breaks a tackle there and drags a couple defenders for a few extra yards.
31-yard gain down to the Buckeye local 29-yard line.
He must have stepped out of bounds also because the play clock isn't, or the time clock isn't running.
He did. It's back at the
2, 1.
And it looks like they were... Nope, Bellaire calls timeout. You are right, though. He must have stepped out of bounds because the ball placed back at the 31-yard line,
right.
So it's a gain of 29.
Right. And the clock didn't start when he set the ball. So.
And there are the lights.
In Bellaire.
Lighting up this field.
Who would have ever believed that?
It's a great shot there from our crew.
And the nice thing is, you know, they can play some Friday night games, but they're still going to have some of their Saturday afternoon, the tradition here at Bellaire that, you know, the people here are used to and really have enjoyed throughout the Ohio Valley. So you get the best of both worlds. Yeah,
the first 3 home games for Bellaire on Friday nights. They will be back home on a Friday night against Bishop Tonnos out of Ontario, Canada on September the 6th. Then they'll play Brownsville out of PA on Friday the 13th at home. But their final 2 home games, Buckeye 8 opponents in Indian Creek and St. Clairsville, or I apologize, Indian Creek and Union Local, both of those on Saturdays at noon. The Creek game on September the 28th, the UL game on October the 19th, and once the battle for Sparky flips back to Bellaire next year, that game will likely be played on a Saturday afternoon at the end of the season as well. So the tradition of that rivalry being played on a Saturday every other year will likely stick, but it allows Bellaire to be able to schedule more teams early in the season for night games and host home playoff games on Friday nights.
That's correct.
Which is the big thing for this program. Taking the toss.
Toss trap.
On the give to Braden Beckett. Inside the 30, down to about the 28-yard line, gain of 3. It brings up a second down and 7.
They've had success going to the perimeter. They fake the toss, hand it back inside. We call it a toss trap.
46 seconds left, clock ticking, no huddle. Quick out pass caught by Luke Hetherington, who gets out of bounds after a positive gain. Inside the 25, down to about the 24-yard line, needed 7, got 8.
Just a quick out route. He knows the time is more important than the yardage at that point, so he steps out of bounds.
Needed 7, got 4, I should say. It's 3rd down and 3 after a gain of 4. But the clock does stop at 42.4 seconds. Jet motion, play action fake. Michael Dipple has time, throws it towards the end zone. The pass is caught. Touchdown, Big Reds.
Yep.
The tight end, Graham Campbell, coming up with the touchdown. A beautifully drawn up play.
Beautiful.
Better execution for the Laborers Local 809 touchdown. The Big Reds lead it 20-6.
As we see on the replay, we run jet motion through. We're going to run a 3-level flood, 1, 2, 3, throw the deep man because the corner come up from the backside. We have a 3-level flood. We throw deep, and it's a touchdown.
And a good job of the sophomore Dipple to throw it on the run and hit Campbell pretty much in the chest in the end zone. And the Big Reds will try for 2. A 24-yard strike from Dipple to Campbell. The 2-point try, Dipple throws, running into Maurice Webb as the defensive back Eastham. 2-point conversion, no good. 20-6 with 36 ticks left in this first half.
We've had a lot of excitement in this football game.
Two-point conversion attempt failed with 36 seconds to go in the first half. The score, your Big Reds 20, the Panthers 6.
It's a 5-play, 60-yard drive in quick math. Drive started at a minute 21. There's 36 seconds left. So
that's 45
seconds. 2-point conversion, no good. You said it right off the jump. Let's see what Bellaire can do with a minute 20. And Mark Boner orchestrates a drive that results in 6, which he has done.
And what I like their kids, they knew that the clock was important to them. They knew when to get them out of bounds. Seconds are more important than yardage at some time. They knew how to stop the clock, and because they were limited down to no timeouts left.
So we'll see how Buckeye Local can respond, trailing 20-6. They will get the ball to start the second half. Bellaire won the toss and elected to receive. The Big Reds kicker, Scott Bellesi, kicks a squib towards the middle. It's picked up by an up man for Buckeye Local. That looks like it is Landon Durbin. And Durbin will get to about the 36, 37-yard line. And that's where the Panthers will take over with 30 seconds remaining in half number 1. Actually, to the 39.
Okay. Now let's see what Buckeye Local can do with 30 seconds on the clock.
We talk about Mark Boner being an offensive savant. Chris Kedash, definitely no slouch.
Right.
Former offensive coordinator at Lindsley for 9 years, won our Assistant Coach of the Year award back in 2022, but that doesn't help there as a miscommunication there between the center and the quarterback. Jevin Velez, the center for Buckeye Local, off the mark with the snap to Alex McDiffit, and this clock will run.
The smart choice. He's going to run it out. He's going to get the ball, in the second half. why create some turnover, give Bellaire some type of opportunity, let the clock run down, regroup at halftime, come back out and get the football.
And that's what they will do. A Mr. Reuter first down results in a 9-yard loss. And Buckeye Local elects not to run another play. It is Bellaire 20. It is Buckeye Local 6. We're through a half here from the first night game ever in Nelson Field history. We'll take a break. We come back. It's the Wendy's halftime show with Dylan Cleland. He'll get you set for some other games going on across the Ohio Valley as well. That next on Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals.
The Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals on Fox 9 is sponsored by Bordas and Bordas, WVU Medicine, Laborers, Local 809, The Health Plan, WMC, and Interstate Waste Services.
That's just pretty darn cool. A halftime fireworks display, and you're really starting to see this thing lit up with the sun down. Pretty darn cool sight. Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals, and looks like potentially Buckeye Local could be rolling out with a new quarterback here in half number 2. So we'll have to wait and see for that as well. But again, one more time, fireworks halftime here at Nelson Field. Jack Hillgrove and Tony Filberto set for half number 2. Bellaire kicked off to start, or received to start this ball game, so they will kick off. And this one, very short, taken by an up man. Looked like it was scooped almost, and Gavin Edgell falls on it. And it looks like we will have a new quarterback. Alex McDiffit is still on the field, but out comes Grant Dombrowski, 5'11", 205 senior. Oh, not yet. Dombrowski was out on the field and now back. So McDiffit lines up at QB. We'll have to situation we'll have to keep an eye on for sure, because he was warming up on the sideline. And there's the Panthers mascot, fired up and ready to go. First Choice America first down. McDiffit hands it off to Colton Roush. 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Good defense here by the Bellaire interior, the 2 down people, the middle backers, and so on. Buckeye ran inside isolation, power type play, and Bellaire had nothing to do with it.
And 40, Braden Beckett.
No gain, 2nd down 10.
Short gain on the play to ramp, 2nd down 9.
Another power pistol look. A whistle and a flag flies on the far side of the field. Is this a encroachment penalty against the Big Reds? It is. So this will move the ball just up to midfield, a yard shy. Actually, they're going to place the ball right at midfield, so it'll be a 2nd down and 4 for the Buckeye Local Panthers, who trail it 20-6 to start this 3rd quarter. And Bellaire jumps again. And it looks like the guilty party on the far side of the field there is number 33, Corey Davis, the junior, who is checking out of this ball game. And would have to imagine he will be receiving an earful on the Bellaire sideline. So to the 45-yard line in Bellaire territory we go. A new set of sticks for the Panthers. Another power pistol look. A little swing pass to the near side. Taking it is the tailback Xavier Easton, and he will lose yardage back to the 47-yard line. Loss of about 2.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a dangerous play. It's a backwards throw. If he doesn't complete it, it is a fumble, and he went to the single receiver side, and there's 4 defenders from Bellaire there.
Slot to the far side of the field. That's the right side. Handoff. Good move there by Easton. Almost lost the football, but able to get it back. And Xavier Easton is tackled by a couple of Big Reds. Quentin Scott, the defensive end, as well as Stephen Bell, the 6', 225-pound junior defensive lineman.
You know, play call now, coach has to decide, am I going to go for it on 4th Makes a world of difference what I'm calling on third down. So I'm sure coaches are thinking ahead of time what we're going to do.
Gain of 3, 3rd down and 9 at the Big Reds 44-yard line. McDiffett, the quarterback, 3 receivers to the far side of the field. They throw the screen near side. It's bobbled but caught, but a good job there. Luke Hetherington on the tackle. Daniel Divjak bobbled it for a second, got it back, was able to gain some yards, but it brings up 4th down.
This might be the first punt of the football game, unless I missed one.
They give him a yard, maybe 2, 4th down and 7 to the 42. And I think
they only have 10 on the field.
Who's they?
Buckeye, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. And they do, and the 11th man onto the field is Caden Littlejohn, freshman gunner to the near side. Play clock at 7, so they do have a moment here to try and get this ball snapped. Easton will punt it. And the boot is away. Spiral kick taken at the 20-yard line. Fair caught by Luke Hetherington. And Bellaire will have an 80-yard drive potentially ahead to score another touchdown here. It's 20-6, third quarter, 9:05 remaining. It's Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals. Thanks for joining us. 20-6, the Bellaire Big Reds lead it on your WV Medicine scoreboard. 9:05 remaining in the third quarter. Buckeye Local punting for the first time from either team today. Buckeye Local owns the first punt in this ballgame. It came just moments ago here in quarter number 3. So the Big Reds take over. First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Sophomore quarterback Michael Dipple, his first varsity start, already a rushing touchdown in this ballgame and a passing touchdown as well. He will throw it or pitch it far side of the field to Quan Pettigrew, who makes a man miss and will be dragged out of bounds up near the 30-yard line, right at the lead stick.
22, Raekwon Pettigrew on the carry.
Yeah, there's that perimeter play they're talking about again. Toss sweep, as we can see in the replay, and they're getting outside. They're trying to fill that safety to come up and play that edge, and Bellaire's getting to the perimeter.
Out of bounds, actually back at the 27-yard line. Gain of 7, second down and 3. Faking the toss. Dipple will stop and he'll throw it. Good ball down the field. He's got a man. It's Luke Hetherington caught on a dead run. Luke Hetherington at the 20. Oh, and he's tripped up. He had green grass in front of him, but a good job there by the Buckeye defender in Daniel Divjak to trip him up. It was a touchdown saving tackle. Good throw, good catch though.
Right, beautiful throw. Come off the fake action, boot back off the toss action, and hit him in stride. And that's what we call a shoestring tackle.
Yeah, he wanted to stay up as long as he did on the Ohio Valley Honda replay, but it's down to the 12-yard line. A big gain for the Big Reds. Another sweet play. Raekwon Pettigrew stiff arms one man, tries to get around another, but good job there from Xavier Eastham. Said his name time and time again tonight, Coach Philberto. He's a sophomore. He's a starter in the secondary, 5'8", 160 pounds. It looks like Chris Kedash is a pretty good defender.
Yep, he's done a terrific job this evening. Looks like Buckeye Local has made some type of adjustment to that jet sweep. Let's see if we can watch it again and see what the adjustment is.
It's Braden Beckett. So second down and 15 from the 16. Turns into third down, and get the exact yardage in a moment. An injured player for Buckeye Local. That play from Michael Dipple to Luke Hetherington, 61 yards. And that was a gain of 3 for the Panthers. Third down, or for the Big Reds, I should say. It'll be third down and 13 when we come back from this break. At 7:36 left third quarter, it's Bellaire 20, Buckeye Local 6. Well, defensive end, 5'11", 210-pound senior Merrick Hickman, the injured Panther, on the play before the break, but he is up under his own power and onto the sideline. We've talked about, Coach, those helmets. It's the 30th year anniversary of the 1994 Buckeye local football program that made it all the way to the state semifinals. They fell to Chardon 17-6, but their last playoff win over Piqua in the state semis was the last playoff win in this program's history. Michael Dipple will throw it. He's got a man. The pass is broken up in the back of the end zone. A great job there by Andrew Jones, the safety, who caught a touchdown in a similar play for Buckeye local. Sure. Doing it on the defensive side there. We'll look at it on the Ohio Valley.
Look at it again. It's a nice throw. He's going to fight the deep line of the end zone, and but it was broken up. Did a good job defensively.
Yep, Riley Robbins, the senior intended receiver for Bellaire, bringing up a 4th down and 13 from the 16-yard line. And it looks like the Big Reds will go for 2. So Buckeye local looking for their first playoff berth since 2021. Last playoff win to the state semis in 1994. Only 5 trips to the playoffs for the Panthers since 2000. On the flip side, Bellaire playoff team 9 of the last 12 years. 4th down, Quan Pettigrew goes up, makes the catch, and that is a Big Reds touchdown.
That's a good throw. That's a tough throw.
From the Matt Jones pre-owned auto red zone to a Laborers Local 809 touchdown. Quan Pettigrew, his first touchdown of the season.
That's what he dropped it right in between defenders right there, and Pettigrew made a great catch.
That makes it 26-6. The 6', 165-pound sophomore leaving his stamp in this game. They've been using him time and time again in the running game with some tosses, both near side and far side, and there he makes a touchdown reception. The 2-point conversion try is tipped and incomplete. Mike Dipple's pass incomplete, and we will take a break. So Buckeye local now trails it by 20. It's 26-6, and we'll take a break with 7:17 left in this third quarter. 6 plays, 80 yards, 1 minute and 48 off the clock. Bellaire scores. Raekwon Pettigrew, a 16-yard touchdown reception on 4th down and 13. Another look at it on the Ohio Valley Honda replay. Tony Filberto, it's a really good throw from the sophomore, Michael Dipple.
I dropped it right between 3 defenders. Couldn't have thrown it any place else. Of course, Pettigrew went up and made a nice catch also. Secured the football.
Before that, a 61-yard play from Dipple to Luke Hetherington, who would have scored if he wasn't tripped up on the play. But Bellaire strikes, and they lead it by 20. So it's up to Buckeye local to answer on the Ohio Valley buy here, pay here kickoff. It is the Panthers up to about the 29-yard line, perhaps the 30. And that's where this team will go to work. So now, we talked about it right before Buckeye's first drive of the second half, potentially a quarterback change. Grant Dombrowski, the backup quarterback, was warming up, wasn't on the field. Now he's on the field, and he will line up in the slot at, looks like tight end, near side of the field.
They're coming out in their 3-by-1 set, which we haven't seen much of Buckeye in this tonight.
At their own 29, 1st and 10. Those 3 receivers to the near side of the field. Now they'll call Dombrowski in as a tailback. McDiffett will keep, and he'll get past the 30 up to about the 31 for a gain of 2.
You know, you always want to see how teams come out at halftime, especially early in the year. You know, obviously Belaire's come out a little bit stronger now. We just have another penalty on the field.
That flag right at the 30-yard line in Buckeye local's huddle.
You get the unsportsmanlike conduct. That was the signal that he gave.
We have unsportsmanlike on number 53, White.
An unsportsmanlike conduct against the Panthers.
Number 53.
Ryder Tibbs, the sophomore right guard. And it looks like we're
Defense.
a pair of unsportsmanlike penalties.
Well, I got one coming back. I think one when they marched it off, then the other one occurred, or they would have probably called him offsetting before. And so I don't know how that occurred that way.
Looks like it is offsetting. So the ball.
Well, it comes back, but if the ball, it was inside the 30, so it should have been half the goal going one way and 15 yards coming the other way if they didn't happen at the same time.
So the ball back at the 29
and a half.
Yard to gain the 39, so we'll call it second down and 9.5, 10. Back at the 20-yard line, 29-yard line. Okay, we got it all sorted out.
Close.
Yeah, I mean, with the best we could. Alex McDiffit in the pistol, man in motion. McDiffit will throw, looking near side. He's going to throw it deep. He's got a man. It's Jones who's run out of bounds, tries to make the catch. A great job in the Bellaire secondary by Cole Swarkis. Jones a little too wide, took it out of bounds, but wasn't able to make the catch anyway. So it brings up a third down and 10.
We're getting the replay here. I mean, this is the ball, you know, that one we talk about. You get single coverage, you take your shot down the field. But he's not running out of bounds. You know, he's got to stay within the playing field.
So now third down and 10 for the Panthers. High snap. McDiffitt's got to go back and fall on it, and he does, all the way back at the 15-yard line. So on third down and 10, it'll bring up a fourth down and 25, and Buckeye Local has to punt here.
Buckeye Local needs something good to happen soon. They've had a lot of bad luck here, you know, coming out in this half and so on, and Bellaire's been real positive.
The Big Reds trying to come back from a 6-play, 80-yard drive. Punt's blocked. Good job there from the Big Reds to get in and block the punt. It looked like Graham Campbell was the one to get in there and block it, number 18. Back going to fall on it for Buckeye Local.
If we see that again, I mean, that was a design. The blocks turned in, turned out, and he looped from beyond the defender and ran clean to block the punt.
So prime opportunity for the Big Reds to try and drive the nail into the metaphorical coffin. First down and goal at the Bellaire. Check that, Buckeye Local 9-yard line. Nonetheless, it's a Matt Jones pre-owned auto red zone play. Good job there.
Nice job, almost picked.
Over the middle, Dipple looking for a receiver in the back of the end zone. Brennan Tuckich, the cornerback, number 9, coming up and batting the ball away. Keegan Davis, the 6-foot, 190-pound senior tight end, the intended target, brings up a second down and goal.
Team Noble and Rob Gronkowski are teaming up to give a multi-million-dollar football field makeover everyone deserving school. We can boost our school's chance to win by posting on social media. Be sure to tag Athletics Team Noble.
In the Matt Jones pre-owned auto red zone, the Big Reds and center Noah Primick come out over the football. He's flanked by Stephen Bell and Case Rajonis at right and left guard, and Brody Holt and Jaden Powell are the tackles. Doing a good job of blocking for that guy. Number 40, Braden Beckett, who dives to the pylon, and he is in. Touchdown. The ball came out after the play, but the official on the far side of the field throws those hands up in the air, and that's a Big Reds touchdown.
The second effort got him in. You know, just that inside play just looks like zone, man-on-man blocking, and he finds the opening.
It's a 2-play, 8-yard drive that took 8 seconds off the clock. An Ohio Valley Honda replay shows Beckett in. His first touchdown of the year, and the Big Reds now lead at 32-6 They will try for 2. Michael Dipple will throw the timing pattern towards the back corner of the end zone. Good throw, but just a little too far out of the reach of Landon Preston. Incomplete, and that will be the score, 32-6 after the Labor's local 8:09 touchdown for Bellaire. Let's take a Trinity timeout.
The future looks good. The future looks good to me. The future looks good.
A timeout presented by Trinity Health System. 32-6. Bellaire with a 26-point lead after a Braden Beckett 9-yard touchdown run. And let's take a look back at the Ohio Valley Honda replay. Started with this. Graham Campbell just getting in there and blocking the punt. Chase Warwa had to fall on it at the 9-yard line. 2 plays later, Beckett with a good second effort into the end zone to cement Bellaire's dominance in this second half. Another kickoff for the Big Reds. It's Scott Bolesi. Far side of the field. Xavier Easton's got to let it bounce. Shake and bake, ran into his own man, and then Braden Beckett for Bellaire on an Ohio Valley buy here, pay here kickoff.
We get a slew of tacklers there.
Beckett, I believe, the first to him. But nonetheless, a good job there for the Bellaire kick coverage team to keep them in check. Bellaire holding Buckeye local to start back at their own 18-yard line. .5:33 remaining in quarter number 3. See if Buckeye can't respond here. They're going to roll McDiffett near side on a first choice America first down. Good throw and a good catch.
Good throw, good catch.
Near side to Andrew Jones, senior to senior. And you can see the display of athleticism for Alex McDiffett.
I think. Okay, he must have caught it out of bounds.
Or are they calling it
incomplete? Looks like they're calling it incomplete.
Yep.
Oh, it's close though.
Looked like that right foot might have been on the white.
Yep.
Still a good throw, just Jones unable to
Good
keep
effort,
the feet
both
in
of
bounds.
them. Right.
So it's now second down and 10 from the 18. Now he's going to throw it deep, and this time Campbell turned his head a split second too late. Graham Campbell might have had a chance at it if he saw where the ball was for an interception. But Landon Preston in coverage with Jones as well.
Yeah. Both of these quarterbacks are doing a nice job throwing the deep ball. They can get the ball down the field. They're finding receivers. They're making good throws. So that's a real positive for both of these young guys.
Back-to-back incompletions, third down and 10 at the Buckeye local 18-yard line. Man in motion. McDiffett takes the snap, bobbled it for a moment. Big rush. He's got to get out of there. Being chased down by Keegan Davis. He'll throw it across his body. The pass is almost intercepted. Too short. The defender, Cole Swarkis, in the secondary for the Big Reds. Right. The intended target, Brennan Tuckich. 3 straight incompletions. It's 3 and out. The Panthers will have to punt.
That's a tough throw. He's rolling hard to his left and got to come across his body without getting the shoulders squared up.
So the Panthers will punt it for the second time today. Pettigrew and Bell standing back at the Buckeye local 47-yard line. And this punt will hit at the 40, be picked up. Not picked up. Joe Turner muffed it, has to go back and fall on it, and he does at the 48-yard line of Bellaire. Just forgotten the football. And it looks like Turner will be down on the field, grabbing the back of that leg. Looks like a potential cramp.
It looks like a cramp, yep.
Check it out on the Ohio Valley Honda replay. An end-over-end punt from the Panthers. And Turner, as it bounces sideways, just couldn't scoop it.
Right.
Had to
Just
go back
left
and
it,
fall
right.
on it. And yes, he is indeed dealing with a cramp being worked out by the training staff here at Bellaire at the 50-yard line. 5:01 remaining in quarter number 3. As Turner is helped to his feet and will jog off to the Bellaire sideline under his own power.
Good hand for Joe Turner.
So the Big Reds will start with the football at their own 49-yard line. The nose of the football at the 49. Another man in motion. This time Maurice Webb takes that toss play far side, and there he goes with a burst of speed. Webb at the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Maurice Webb, touchdown, Big Reds. Light it up.
Yep. Wow.
40, check that, 51 yards.
Toss sweep, perimeter play. If they've had success tonight, it's attacking the perimeter. Toss sweep, jet sweep, anything outside, fast screen, anything on the perimeter.
Landon Preston will hold. There, another look at it on the Ohio Valley Honda replay. Scott Balsey will kick the extra point for the Big Reds after that Laborers Local 809 touchdown. And the Panthers block it, so it's 38-6 with 4:50 remaining in this third quarter. A big-time run for Maurice Webb, his second rushing touchdown of the night. It makes it 38-6. Bellaire out in front. You can catch everything high school football on the WMC Sports Friday. We bring you all the highlights right to you with the most comprehensive coverage in the Valley. We're at every big game, every week, no matter where they are, with all the touchdowns, picks, hits, and excitement. It's the Weirton Medical Center Sports Friday, every Friday night at 11:10 on WTOV 9 and 10:30 on Fox 9. And if I had to take a stab at it, I think the guy on the left is the best looking.
Well, yeah, I think you're biased, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, a little bit. 10:30 on Fox 9 tonight, 11:10 on WTOV 9. That 10:30 on Fox 9 will fluctuate, and it's something we'll have to deal with because Fox and the Big Ten, with all the new TV deals going on and the ever-changing college football, are adding a Friday night game to their lineup. So the plan for us is once that happens, the 10:30 Sports Friday will just be live streamed on our website and on our YouTube page.
Okay.
But the landscape of college football is ever-changing. Rutgers and Washington is going to be a conference game at some point. UCLA and Penn State.
I gotcha. But, in the Ohio Valley, we love that local high school football, and we want to watch it.
Yes, we do. These two teams, separated by about 15 minutes up and down Route 7.
Yep.
As an Ohio Valley buy here, pay here kickoff is taken by an up man for Buckeye Local. It's Wyatt Leister. And we are in the running clock rules. So let's take a look at the rules. It's the second half of the game. Differential reaches 30 points or more. We're at 32. Clock will only stop on an official's timeout, a team timeout, change of possession, end of a quarter, if a team scores, or if there's an extended play. Game clock will go back to normal if there's less than a 30-point differential.
Correct.
So if Buckeye Local kicks a field goal or scores a touchdown here, we'll go back to the normal clock. So at 4:04, this drive starts. Pass out far sideline. It's caught by Hayden Boyce, the 5'11", 140-pound senior.
Good throw, good catch. Buckeye Local's not panicking. They threw the stop route there. They get their 7 yards. They're working on moving the sticks and getting the ball in the end zone.
Gain of 6 up to the 47. 2nd down 4. The Panthers working quick. McDiffin's got to get rid of it. Throws it near side. Good effort on the reception, or the attempted reception there by Andrew Jones. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 4.
We have a flag on the field. It's probably in the hold area. We get him rolling out here to the left. Makes a nice throw. Just a little bit wide.
Holding, they do give a number. It'll be Merrick Hickman, the 5'11", 210-pound lineman. Good to see him back in the ballgame. He left earlier in the quarter with an injury. So a 10-yard penalty makes it 3rd down, or rather 2nd down and 14 back at the 37-yard line. Pistol formation for the Panthers. Another roll near side for McDiffit. Sees a man, throws it up, one-on-one battle, turns into one-on-two, and the Bellaire defense wins in that regard. Good job there by Graham Campbell and Cole Gonglick in the secondary.
And that's a tough throw. He threw that ball well. That's tough rolling to the left like that, and on the run throwing the football being right-handed. Watch the throw. He has a hard time getting his shoulders up.
Brennan Tuckett, the intended target. 3rd down and 14, forthcoming for Buckeye Local. 2 receivers split out each way. And that's a procedure call against the Big Reds, something that they've done frequently tonight. And that'll be against Ethan Dodd, the 5'9", 270-pound defensive lineman for Bellaire. Or did they back him up?
And did they go the wrong way?
I guess it was a false start. I didn't see anybody on Buckeyes.
I didn't either.
I saw Dodd jump. Well, they did back him up to the 33. Screen pass. Jones caught, but with him step for step was the Big Reds defender, Alex Paget.
The slip screen, defended well. You bring your receiver from outside inside. You're pulling your line and blocking for him, but that outside defender ran step for step with him.
Timeout on the field, a Trinity timeout called by the Buckeye Local Panthers. They'll bring up a 4th down and about 16 from the 36-yard line. Yes, because the line to gain is the opposing 49. 4th and 15. .59 seconds remaining in quarter number 3. Buckeye Local next week will travel to Union Local, take on the Jets, who were taking care of business last I checked with Southern Local. And next week, Bellaire travels to Barnesville.
And we'll be there.
We will be there. You will be with Rob on Thursday.
Right, we're Oak Glen.
2 teams you have no idea who they are and have absolutely no prior knowledge.
Actually, I think I left a pair of shoes in both of the locker rooms, to tell you the truth.
You had a pair of stints at both schools, correct?
I most certainly did. I was in that game 31 times.
Yeah, so my comment, obviously very sarcastic.
Yeah, I've been there. I've probably been part of that football game more than anybody else.
4th and 14, the Panthers will punt. It's a good spiral kick that will land at the 35 and take a Panther bounce inside the 25 and be down at about the 22-yard line. A great job there by the Buckeye Local punter, Chase Warwa. I believe that's who that was.
Panther punt rolls dead at the 22-yard line. That's where the Big Reds will take over 1st and 10.
No, it was Caden Littlejohn, the freshman, I should say.
We're in a running clock now, and it is, separation game, but it's not an indication of this football game. We can, at halftime, we're battling, and it comes out, and a couple of bad things happen to Buckeye, and it gets away from you sometimes in this game. This is a pretty good Buckeye team. They're going to win some football games.
So when at halftime, I hopped on the Sports Friday on the Go live stream with Don Sloan and Bill Phillips. I went right out here behind the press box. Okay. And where I was right by the field house where the visiting locker room is. and it was during the fireworks show. And Buckeye players came out guns a-blazing, screaming, saying, let's go, let's do this. And that's right off the jump at halftime, which is something obviously Chris Kedash in his first game wants to see out of his players. And the numbers for Buckeye Local in Division 5, the roster size is pretty darn good.
Yeah, it is. And I think he's done a great job. I talked to a couple of the people. I'm trying to coach this game as he's coaching this game. I'm thinking, boy, that's a good call. That's a good time to call that timeout. That's a good time to run that play and so on. So I think he's done a good job coaching this team. And this team has some talent. They have multiple backs. They've got a good quarterback. They'll win their share of football games.
It's a Trinity timeout on the field. Bellaire with 21.7 remaining in this third quarter. Bellaire did not start 1-0 last year. They started 0-3. We'll tell you about their schedule in a moment. But first, I got to tell you, Thursday Night Lights next week. It'll feature the Weir Red Riders and the Oakland Golden Bears. Catch that game on Comet next Thursday night at 7 o'clock. And then Friday Night Rivals next week features these Big Reds. Comet on Comcast is channel 1169. It's over the air digitally at WTOV 9.3. And then if you have Jefferson County cable, I think it's 25.3, if I remember correctly. Looks like the reserves are in for the Big Reds, carrying the football as the final play of the end of the quarter. It's Trevor Dowry. And in at quarterback is, I believe, Levi Bell, the freshman. One more quarter remaining when we come back. Bellaire has a 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. We'll be back in a moment.
The Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals on Fox 9 is sponsored by Mr. Rooter, the Center of Music and Art, Trinity Health Systems, D. Felice Brothers Pizza, Local Union 495 Plumbers and Pipe Fitters, and McAdoo Towing and Crane Service.
All right, we're ready to go. Quarter number 4, Bellaire 38, Buckeye Local 6, and it looks like some of the reserve players for the Big Reds will enter the ball game, including freshman quarterback Levi Bell, who goes under center. And we'll do our best to identify each and every player that makes an impact from here on out. That clock winds, 11:30. Play clock at 30. Let's see who else we have out there. Corey Davis, Jr., lined up at split end. Jaden Martin, I believe, is the tailback, number 20. And he gets the call. That is number 20, Jaden Martin. Look at my eyesight coming in clutch.
Terrific.
There. Second down and 4.
Martin on the carry, brought down by 32. Brady Kioski for the Panthers.
From the 24, turns into third down.
Gain out to the 28-yard line, we're on third down.
And about 2.
I see 57 Dalton Baker is out there as an offensive lineman.
A couple of more guys checking in as well. Avery Lednick, a freshman receiver, quarterback. And Lednick will actually line up under center. They'll send out Bell wide. He's a wide receiver to the far side of the field. And a couple of flags. It'll be a delay of game call against the Big Reds.
Right.
Trying to assign some personnel. You've got Dalton Baker, Henry Greisbaum, Lakin Scott.
I think Mason Pelenasek is out there, number 75. I think he's playing left tackle.
That's James Porco in motion, the sophomore. Jaden Martin takes the handoff, and he's brought down in the backfield. Good job there by the Buckeye defender. Shane Griffith, the senior.
Number 20, Jaden Martin on the carry, brought down by number 18.
Brings up a 4th down and 11. We'll see what Mark Boner and company decide to do.
Looked like an inside zone type play, and but he cut it back outside. Nice tackle.
Yeah, Griffith at 6'2", 155 pounds, the senior wide receiver linebacker coming up and making the stop. So presumably Buckeye will drop to 0-1. Bellaire will start the season 1-0. They did not start 1-0 last year. In fact, they started 0-3. Finished the year 5-2 on their way to a 6th consecutive playoff appearance. They fell in round number 1 to Nelsonville, York. There's a program in Bellaire, Tony, that has made the playoffs 9 of the last 12 years. They've competed for state championships, and it's just kind of an expectation year in and year out that they're going to be there.
This is what they expect these people to do, and they've accomplished what they expect of them.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Boris and Mortis, Friday Night Rivals. To 6, your score heading into the home stretch here. 8:49 remaining. Bellaire leading it 38-6, despite 17 penalties. Tony Filberto for 125 yards, but silly ones. Procedure calls.
A bunch of 5-yarders. It's not like they're getting pass interference or some close block in the back. These are encroachment penalties, offsides penalties. Those are things that you have to correct. If you're going to win a lot of football games going down the road.
So 4th down and 11. The Big Reds looks like they'll punt. Buckeye local without anybody back deep. They'll drop somebody back there. This one end over end. It'll bounce to the 47 and take a Buckeye local-ish bounce. And it looked like the Panthers went back to try and recover it. And they did, thankfully, because they almost gave it back. Trey McCoy, the sophomore, 5'6", 150 pounds, falls on the football.
Right.
And Buckeye will go to work. 8:25 remaining in this one, down 38-6. Well, if you joined Bill and Dawn for the first edition of Sports Friday on the Go, hopefully you enjoyed it. I was able to tune in sporadically during timeouts, and I joined those guys at halftime of this one, and it seems like everything went extremely well. Bouncing from several games. Indian Creek was up big on Cambridge. 35-0 to start the 4th quarter. St. Clairsville in a dogfight with Norway, and that game tied at 21. That was another one that was featured on Sports Friday on the Go. Looks like a little miscommunication there. Grant Dombrowski in at quarterback, pitching it to the tailback on the play, Gino Del Vecchio, freshman, just with a little miscommunication.
It happens. These younger guys, the majority of the time, they're probably running their opponent's plays because they're the scout team and don't get a lot of reps doing your own offense and defense. But this is great experience for them. They get in game time experience.
2nd down, 12. Clock continues to tick at 7:30. Dombrowski takes the handoff, or takes the snap, and will hand it off to Chase Warwa. Good job there by the Bellaire defense. And Alex Padgett, the sophomore, to come off the edge there and make the tackle.
Number 10, Chase Warwa on the carry, brought down by number 5, Alex Padgett. Short loss on the play will bring up 3rd down.
3rd down for the Panthers. 7:03 in winding. 3rd down at about 12. Dombrowski throws the screen, pass is caught. One man misses, and the other one tackles the receiver at midfield. Good job there defensively by Colin Snyder, the junior.
That's a nice throw by this young quarterback. And I'm glad coach is giving him the opportunity to throw the football, not just come out and run base plays and so on. Throw the ball like he normally would. Let him grow.
Looked like Dugan Shadwick Number 14 made the reception for the Panthers. And the Panthers will punt it away, 4th down and 12 at midfield. Dombrowski will kick it. It's end over end, and this one might end up in the end zone, or is it going to take a Buckeye bounce? It will be a touchback.
Yep.
Thought that one might have died at like the 2 or the 1 yard line, but that'll be a touchback, and Bellaire will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 20 when you come back. 38-6, 5:55 remaining in this one. Bellaire takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20, and if they go about this drive how I think they will, this will be the final possession of the ball game with the running clock, as it's already started to tick inside 5:50. Nonetheless, though, the first night game in this storied program's history at home has not disappointed.
You know, this is great. A lot of new faces are getting on the field, getting some good playing time. You know, next man up. You never know when it's going to be you.
Corey Davis on the carry, the 5'11", 170-pound junior for Bellaire. 2 more Friday night home games for the Big Reds on the season. The next one against Bishop Tonnos out of Ontario, Canada on September the 6th. Then they've got Brownsville, PA on September 13th here at home. At night. Something that, if you've lived in this valley for a very long time, you might have to get used to seeing this field lit up under night skies, but very, very special for this community indeed, as the Big Reds on 2nd and 5, Alex Ney, 5'8", 160-pound junior on the carry. Brings up a 3rd down and manageable for Bellaire.
Number 30, Gavin Edgell for the Panthers. It'll bring a 3rd down and 2.
3rd down and about 2, Gavin Edgell on the stop for Buckeye Local. Whistle and a flag flies. Looks like a delay of game call.
Sure does.
Do it again. 3rd down and 7, 3:30 remaining. Quarterback for the Big Reds, Levi Bell, the freshman, number 13. Bellaire on their way to 1-0. The Buckeye Local Panthers will likely fall to 0-1. Power eye look. And they'll hand it off. Good tackle.
Nice tackle
on the ball
inside.
carrier, James Porco. And the tackle on Porco provided by Trey McCoy, number 45, the sophomore. We're going to 4th down.
We'll see the replay. Good fill inside from the linebacker. Good strong tackle.
Bellaire will punt. It'll be Bell. And this one is end over end. It'll bounce at the 43-yard line and take a Bellaire bounce inside the 40 down to about the 37-yard line, and that's where the Panthers will take over. 2:29 remaining in this one.
Punt rolls in at the 36-yard line. That's where the Panthers will take over 1st and 10.
Of course, some storied alumni with both of these football programs. You think Bellaire, you think Joey Galloway. Former Ohio State standout, long-time receiver of the National Football League. Panelist on ESPN's College Game Day now. You think Jose and Nate Davis. Jose played his college ball at Kent State, Nate at Ball State. And Nate finished, what, 7th or 8th in the Heisman voting in 2008?
Oh, nice
Good run
tackle.
there. And then when you think of the Buckeye local Panthers, you think of Billy West.
Billy West.
Played his college football for my Pitt Panthers before I was
45 Trey
born.
McCoy on the carry, brought down by
Of
big red number
course, but-
59, Colin Snyder. And a 2
Well,
on the
I got
play
the
on
coach
second
against
down
him,
and
so
8.
that's a difference in our
There you
age.
go. When I originally moved out here and took this job, and I was talking to my grandfather about some of the teams in our coverage area, and I said Buckeye local, and he said Billy West right away.
Absolutely.
Nin-
The special.
1994 Big East Offensive Player of the Year. Near 1,400 yards on the ground. And those weren't very good Pitt football teams either.
Nope.
McCoy again on the carry, this time brought down
Trey
by big
McCoy
red
on the
number
carry.
57, Dalton Baker.
They tried to bring back the
Short gain
legendary
on the play
Johnny
over
Majors
third
for a
down for the
second stint,
Panthers.
and it just did not go anywhere close to as good as his first one. He won a national championship in his first stint.
Right. Looks like they're getting everybody from the sidelines into these football games, which is a great experience for these guys.
Yeah, Coop Baker, number 12, the 5'8", 180-pound quarterback, in for Buckeye local. 1 minute remaining in this one. Third down and 8. Baker will
Oh,
hand
good
it
run.
off. And carrying the football for the Panthers as a flag flies at the end of that play was Trey McCoy, who made a couple of solid plays on defense for the Panthers.
45 Trey McCoy on the carry. Brought down by big red's number 75, Mason Palanichek, and 24, Hunter Watson.
Mason
There's a flag on the
Palanichek,
play.
Hunter Watson combining on the stop. And this one will run out, and Tony Filberto, I think this one is all but in the books.
For the first half of this football game, he had a pretty good game.
The Big Reds start the season 1-0. The final score, 38-6. And the lights changing colors. The light show on display. The Big Reds win the first night game in Nelson Field history in convincing fashion. 38-6, the final score. We'll come back and put a bow on it right after this. Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals, live on Fox 9 and across all of the WTOV 9 digital platforms. Final score from Nelson Field in Bellaire, 38-6. The Big Reds start the season 1-0. Buckeye local falls to 0-1. Tony Filberto, your final thoughts on this?
I thought for a half we had a really good football game out of two good football teams. What happens sometimes, a couple of plays and it gets away from you, and that's what happened with Buckeye. Buckeye is going to win some football games. Bellaire is going to win a lot of football games.
Yep, Buckeye local now 0-1. They travel to Union local next week. They start 3 in a row on the road before Barnesville, their home opener on September the 13th. The Big Reds on the road next week at those Barnesville Shamrocks. Will be carrying that game live on Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals for you. Tony Filberto and myself on the call for that one. For Tony, for our producer Zach Medovic, our director Ian Phillips, we'll give you our player of the game first. Our player of the game, Michael Dipple, in this one, Coach. Very solid outing from the sophomore quarterback.
I'd say, he must be good when he replaced the starter from last year. He played composed, he threw deep ball, he threw short ball, and he ran the ball when he had to.
Yep, he's our player of the game, presented by Laborers Local 809. Now we can say our goodbyes for Tony Filberto, our producer Zach Medovic, our director Ian Phillips, and the rest of our broadcast crew. Jack Hillgrove saying good night from Nelson Field. We'll be back next week.